Last week we spoke about stress. This week we're going to talk about relaxing and surrendering to life's natural flow. More often than not, we simply try too hard. We force results and try too hard to achieve, which can actually end up feeling like an uphill battle. We don't question this because we're taught to believe that life is meant to be hard. But what if it isn't meant to be hard? What if it's meant to be a beautiful flow of creation, brought forth through thy will be done? Is your will to be constantly fighting an uphill battle? Or is that simply just the conditioning of a sick society? There's a question that asks, if you jumped into the river of life, would you swim upstream or downstream? Many people answer this question with upstream, thinking that that would get them to the top, to where they wanted to be faster. But as the tide of the river usually flows downstream, to swim upstream, you would have to fight against that tide. Instead, if you simply surrendered and allowed the river to take you with its natural flow, you would get to where you needed to be much quicker and without resistance. We have been programmed to constantly swim upstream. But instead of fighting against the tide, why not allow yourself to experience what life might be like if you simply surrendered to its natural flow? The natural flow of your lives would cut through tension with a knife. If you could see the truth of you, the conditioning you would undo. Running here and running there, enforcing laws that are not fair. Forcing action all the time, never really seeing the sign. Running high and running low, scared of allowing yourself to be slow. Thinking that you must achieve a life of magic, this does thieve. Simply flop into the flow. Allow abundance to start to grow. Simply see the truth of you. The false narrative you will undo. Simply take your foot off the gas. You will not fall on your ass. Instead, you'll start to see the truth. Lied to when you're in your youth. Instead, you'll switch to a different lane. Twisted logic you can retrain. Simply flop into the flow and your natural magic will start to show. So I hope you enjoyed this week's message. Please join us next week as we take a deeper look at this subject. And as always, thank you for listening.